Welcome back to the second video. So like the other time, I logged in and I showed you a few um, details about the account, how to change your password, how to change your account details, and how to log out. That was as simple as it was. And also I reminded you that saving the authentication details or login credentials is very important, and it should only be done on the system or the device of the company, so that transaction or task or events or operations don't fall into the hands of the wrong individuals. So for now, I'm going to click don't save. Now the first part of the real task here is that we have to be able to understand this information, and basically the summary of the whole thing is that there are access levels, and it's important that we cultivate the habit of logging out and logging in, because if somebody else performs a particular activity or task in your with your account, then you will be held liable. So you should always cultivate the habit of logging out every time you want to even take a big break or step out from your system. So products, now you have to understand that this is assuming that you are the administrator. So if you are not the administrator, you might not be able to perform all of these tasks, but as a general training that this is, we are going to allow this training to cover every end or every aspect of this ERP portal. So the first thing is this: once you click on product, and like I said, please don't go ahead of the training, just follow this training step by step. When you click on it, presently you have some sample data there which will be cleared. We have products in the first tab. Under the products, we have category in the second tab, and we have suppliers in the third. Now let me start from the rear. Suppliers, you add suppliers of products that are used or service, or products that are used to service different companies. So when you have a supplier you want to add, currently I have these two. Of course, these are not real, these are not the supplier you might be dealing with, but these are just sample data, and the idea is just for you to be able to add your own supplier or your suppliers. And the advice and reason why we are starting with these products is that you populate this part so that you make the process of using this ERP as smooth as possible. So you start with product, supplier, add all the suppliers of all the products that you use. I'll use as an example sample, and then I'm going to put a fictitious phone number here. I'm going to put an email here which is also fictitious, it's not a real email, and then I'm going to put an address, okay, here, which I'll just with this generic. Oh, then I click save. So once I do that, it acknowledges that a supplier has been added, and of course when I come to the supplier, I can see that here. If at any point in time there's a mistake, I can always delete suppliers so that the supplier ceases to exist within the supplier list here. You can see that. Now let me move. Of course, at any point in time you want to print your list, you can just click on print. It gives you a comprehensive print dialog which you can then print from. I'm going to click on category, and then on category you add the different categories of the products that are going to be used for sales, for servicing, and so on and so forth, for quotation and so on and so forth. So I'm going to click on new category. I'm going to say sample category. Sample category is a sample category. Okay, so I'm going to click on save here now, and you can see now under category I have sample category, and also there's that pattern of always clicking on this to be able to delete, and of course you can see that pattern of also print here as well. Now let me come to product. Now I have the sample products here. I want to add an additional product here. Okay, so I click on new. Now when you click on new, there are three things under this product and service. We have the unit, that's the standard by which you measure your product, and then you have services, which are the service types you have, and then products, which are the tangible products which you will use for service delivery, for sales, and so on and so forth. So units could be something like length, breadth, you understand. So for instance, I have some units there. If I come to product here and I click on unit, you can see I have these existing units, but the portal is so flexible that it allows you to add more units. Say for instance, I want to have dimensions like meter cube and so on. That's a unit that does not exist. So I can click on unit here and add meter cube, whatever. Just this is just an example, m3, and then I click on save. And of course, once I come to product now, under unit, I have that as an additional unit. So you understand the role of units. Then services also, I can say drilling. This is just an example. That's one of the services. I can give it a code name, okay, DRL or DRL, just a code name. Much later you understand what the service code means. Then drilling, walls and steels. So this is just, and of course for now you have uncategorized as the choice of the service category. And of course for service charges, usually you leave it at 0 because this will always change based on it's going to change from company to company. So you once you understand this aspect later when we get to quotation and so on and so forth. So I'm going to save, and once I save, I have that service added. Now product, which is the main thing here, is I want to add more products to my the product list I have here. So I'm going to have conduits and bends 12 inches. I'll add that. So once I've done this, then I put other details. Stock, how many do I have in stock? I have 300 currently in stock. And then the code, the barcode is, this barcode that's usually attached to this product. If it doesn't have, you can give it a company generated barcode, but that code, you have to ensure that it's unique. Each product will have its own unique barcode. So I'm going to make something up here. Okay, then I'm going to, of course, just repeat this here. Category, let's say, falls under, you remember category, okay? So you have to first go and populate all your categories before you can start uploading products. So stock limit, so at what point should I say this particular stock is low? So once it's 10, I want it to show that it's low. And then price, the sale price, how much will it be sold for? Let's say 2,000. These are all just sample price. How much was it purchased for? Yeah, so that when you want to open the product ledger, it will give you. And also when you want to calculate profit, it makes it so easy. I'm going to choose sample. I'm going to choose the meter cube. These are all just samples. Then 10. Okay, so this particular one is 12. So that's the value, unit value, and I save. All things being equal, then I have this particular product here. Now we have this search button, which is really nice, where you have so many products here, say about 1,000 or even more. Now to scroll through might be a little bit cumbersome, so what you do is that you can just come here and say, okay, you want to see all the conduits, and then you see it generates all the conduits for you here. You can see the details about that here. I'm going to stop here for this video because it's already getting too long. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you.